Welcome back to Marlene Reviews. I am Marlene. I am the content creator for Marlene Reviews. And today I have Miss Gio as my guest collaborator. And we are the Information Girls. So welcome, Gio of Advertising Junction.
Thank you very much. And thank you so much for having me.
Great. I'm so excited. If you guys have not seen part one that Gio did, her topic was a conversation about betrayal. That was part one. So go over there and check that one out if you have not already. But today, on part two, I'm going to be discussing how to get over that betrayal, how to get over all of that. So before I get started, I'm going to let you guys know what this is. Yes, guys, it's a team build with Geo collaboration. So I'm going to get started by telling you about this betrayal. You know, when you get betrayed, it is a hurt.
The video.
Oh, the video. Oh, thanks, Gio. Let me add that to the stream. Yes, guys. So when you get betrayed, it is a pain unmatched. There is nothing like the feelings that you get from betrayal, the hurt, the anger, the loss of trust. You know, you just don't even know what you're going to do when you get betrayed because, like Gio talked about a little bit in her video, it's something that you don't expect. You never expect what happens to you in betrayal, and it's something that you don't expect. Okay, guys, so I'm going to get right into this. Gio, do you have anything to add there about betrayal?
It's just a hurtful situation, and it's a deep hurt that takes time to get over. And you must, in order to do that, you just remove yourself from that person.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not easy. That's not easy to remove yourself from somebody, especially if it's somebody that you loved, you cared about, you had some respect for. It's not easy to just pull the rug or just remove yourself from being their friend or being their whatever relationship, a romantic relationship. It's not easy.
No, if it's like a friend, like an associate, that's what I'm talking about. You can pretty much just say, okay, that's it. You stay over there. I'm gonna stay over here so I can heal, so I can process. If it's a loved one, your husband, your spouse, or whatever you want, that you really, really love them and you got to see them all the time, it is hard to remove
Mhm.
yourself from that situation.
Yes, it is hard, like Gio said, but it's not impossible. I think that's the thing. Sometimes when you're going through it, you just feel like overwhelmed with it. Like I could never get past this. And that it's okay to feel that initially. You know, you've lost trust in this person. They did something to you that is, some people would say, unforgivable. But let's get into this topic. So, guys, there are 9 steps to dealing with this betrayal. I found this information on the internet and it came from a consciousrethink.com. And they're saying that when you're feeling betrayed by somebody that you care about, perhaps even love has been broken, you know, those bonds of trust, and they've done something that cuts you deep into your heart. What do you do? How can you get past this betrayal and heal? Will you ever be able to forgive them for what they have done to you? Whether it's a betrayal of a family member, a best friend, a partner, or someone else entirely, the steps that you might take to get over that hurt are roughly the same. So, anything you want to add to that, Gio?
just You just have to take one day at a time and let yourself have your feelings. And you have to pray that you can be okay. You can get over it. That's about all I have to say about it, because it's such a hurtful situation.
It is. And Geo started it off right. The first thing that they said that you should do is name your feelings, because betrayal is an act. There's emotions that result from it, and we mean what we say when we say we're feeling betrayed. And in order to recover from that act, you must be more specific about the feelings that have been given risen to. So some of these common ones that you may be encountering are anger. And in anger, you've been hurt. And one of the most natural feelings in this situation is anger. How dare they? How could they? They'll pay for this. And another one is sadness. You may become very low, weepy. You may even when you discover a betrayal, this might be because you feel a sense of loss, loss of trust, loss of the person who you thought they were, loss of the happy memories you have with them, loss of the future you saw with them. And another one is surprise. You're shocked because you found out that this person or persons have betrayed you. Fear, because you worry about the consequences of the betrayal. Disgust, you can't even bear to think about it because it makes your stomach churn. Insecurity, because you may question yourself and doubt whether you're really worthy of love or that the person even cared about you. And the last one is shame. You blame yourself and you feel ashamed by what has happened to you, and you have loneliness, confusion. So there's a lot of things that happen during this initial process. Anything you want to add to that, Gio?
No, you got it.
I got it. Number two is you should resist retaliating. And I know with betrayal, you have the experience where you want to get even, you know, but don't do that. You're feeling angry about what happened to you and you feel like they deserve punishment, but very rarely is it going to produce any positive effects. All it's going to do is there's going to be more pain, more hurt by plotting or planning some type of revenge. So the best thing to do is to resist the temptation to get back at them, because eventually your feelings are going to fade and pass. A third one is take your time. When you've been betrayed by someone, the best short-term solution is to avoid them as much as physically and electronically possible. And I like how it said that. Avoid them electronically, because sometimes you may not be able to see them physically, but don't try to stalk them on the internet. Find out, oh, what are they doing? Where are they going? Who are they with? Take some time away from them. You want to add anything, Gio?
You know, I just can say that for me, I am so glad that I had enough sense to call my accountability partner when that
Mhm,
happened to me, because I wanted to do some damage back. But I had
mhm,
enough sense to know that that wasn't going to help. So what should I do? I called my partner and say, "Look here, girl, I want to wring such and such a neck because she did this, and I just want to beat her up." You know what I'm saying? And my accountability partner, she'll say, "Okay, slow down, Gio. Tell me what happened." And then as I'm telling her, you have to have your feelings about this in order to
mhm,
heal from it. I started to cry, and I said, why when I've been nothing but good to her, been there for her, blah blah blah.
mhm.
But anyway, it is good to have accountability partner to pour your feelings out to.
Right, Gio. It's so important that what you're going through, don't push that under a rug. Don't just act like it never happened. You need to deal with that pain. And the best way to do it is to talk about it with somebody you trust, your
Right.
therapist, a close friend. Write it in a journal, pray about it, but you have to have some type of release from that pain or it's going to continue and fester. So, number four on this is examine the betrayal. People do hurtful things for all sorts of reasons, and it may help you for you to think about how this betrayal came about. Was it careless? Was it caused by a weakness? Or was it deliberate or a conscious act? Sometimes we may do something in a split second and then instantly regret it. A careless act of betrayal, such as revealing personal information someone told you in confidence, is no doubt hurtful, but is somewhat forgivable. It can be easy when involved in a conversation to just blurt things out by accident. But it's a whole different thing for someone to plot and do something against you. So, and there's other things that are in this lying to you, addictions. There's many types of betrayal that can happen. So the next thing is for you to examine the relationship. If it's someone that you really cared about that hurt you, but just how much emotional pain are you in? It depends on the closeness of the relationship that you had with that person. You have to ask yourself, is it really worth my time to go back to this person to try to heal the relationship? It depends on how close you were to them, how much
Right.
you love them, in order for you to decide how far you're going to go. What do you think about that, Gio?
Well, first I got to heal first and get to a place where I can even think like that. you
Mhm.
know but you're right. Some relationships that have betrayal in them, there is a chance for healing and a chance to start over. you
Right,
know and if that's what you want to do, go for it.
right,
Because there have in my family, that we have healed, from betrayal within the family, and we still a family. So there are a lot of relationships that can get past betrayal.
right. There are some that can get past it. So number six is talk to a third party. In these situations, it can help for you to talk through the incident and the feelings that you have. You need to express your emotions outwardly. Tell another person what is going on inside your head and inside your heart, because if when you talk to someone who is neutral, who doesn't know anything about the situation, they're not going to have any feelings involved. So that's really important, to not talk to somebody who's close to the situation who'll be like, oh, yeah, I don't like them. Have somebody who's on the outside that doesn't know the person, a third party that can give you some honest advice about what they think that you should do, some honest and constructive feedback about your situation. Anything you want to add, Gio?
No, you got it.
Okay. So number seven is reflect on things. After a little while, when the dust settles and your feelings are less raw, you might benefit from a period of introspection. So take this time to look inside and try to understand the betrayal, the long term consequences in your life. And you may want to reflect on your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors about immediately after you were betrayed, and consider how you might try to avoid situations in the future. And I think that's very important. Sometimes we put ourselves in situations to get set up to get betrayed. Like, what were we doing? If it was your husband, do you always leave them with your friends that added to your other friend that caused a betrayal? you have to try to put yourself in situations to think, what did I do as well? You can't put all the blame on somebody else.
Right.
Yeah. And number 8, speak to the person who betrayed you. I know sometimes this is the hardest thing, because when you are mad at somebody, you just want to beat them up. You want to just cut them off completely. But it is a major part to your healing. And it takes some guts and some determination to say what you want to say to them. But you have to feel ready and willing and wanting to communicate with this person. So don't try to be on the defensive. Let them say what they have to say, and then you need to say what you have to say. That's all a part of your healing process. So, anything you want to add to that, Jill?
Because I've been through this so many times, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that you just have to walk through and see
Mm-hmm.
what you want to do about it.
Right.
Sometimes we have to leave people,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes we can't heal a betrayal.
Right. And the last thing, guys, is cut ties with repeat offenders. So, this is very important to this topic of betrayal. Yes, sometimes somebody can do something to you and you can forgive them, but you have to remember to keep your self respect. If somebody keeps doing things to you, they keep hurting you, they keep letting you down, they keep deceiving you, this is when you need to cut ties with this person. You need to distance yourself from them, because that is not a healthy relationship.
Right.
So those were all of the points that I had. And the last thing is to move on. You need to move on in a healthy way. Talk to somebody you can trust, but you have to be able to deal with your feelings and emotions, because if you don't, it does show up in your health. It shows up in you can't sleep, your weight. Lots of things go from these poisonous acts, what somebody does when they betray you. So that's why it's important. And that's why Gio and I wanted to cover this topic of betrayal.
Yes.
And guys, this reminds me of the song, like from a long time ago when I was working on a job, guys. There was a song, and every time the people, my coworkers, used to really get me upset, and I used to sing it. It was the song by the OJs. You know this one, Gio?
Yeah, I know this one, but you know it too.
I know it.
They smile in your face all the time, want to take your place, the backstabbers.
Backstabbers.
All right, then.
Yeah. There is hope, guys. Don't give up. You
There
can't
is
you
hope.
can heal from it.
Amen. That's all I can say is
Hmm.
amen. It's going to take a power greater than yourself to help
Right.
you get through a terrible hurt as betrayal.
So I thank everybody for watching, and we appreciate it. And we will see you on the next Information Girls collaboration, Team Build with Geo collaboration. Thanks, guys, for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you have not watched Geo's video, go over to Advertising Junction and watch it. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.